Chapter 20. Ellie. D hasn't texted me since the run-in with Victor on Wednesday. It's Thursday morning, and I just got out from Principles of Financial Accounting. I have a few hours before my afternoon class is starting, so I find a seating area close to the cafeteria and settle in with some assignments. I want to text D. I keep checking my phone. We rarely go this long without talking, and it's bothering me. Ellie? I look up and smile. Victor, hi. What are you doing here? He takes a seat next to me. I was just meeting with someone and noticed the cafeteria is right over there. He points as if it's some big secret. I laugh. Victor might be just the distraction I need. It is, and they even serve some food-like substance there. Are you waiting for someone? I shake my head. Well then. Are you hungry? Maybe I can tempt you with some food-like substance. Sure. Why not? I put away my laptop and take my jacket. Together, we enter the cafeteria. It's still early, so there are plenty of available seats. We each get a tray. I choose pasta salad with chicken, and Victor goes for the meatloaf. Do you have classes? I ask as we sit down by the window. Let's not talk about school. Tell me something interesting about yourself.
Something interesting?
Like what?
Anything. I'm not a very interesting person.
I guess I like horror movies. Gore or psychological? Monsters. Oh, a refined palate, I see. I smile. Mostly the old school and vintage ones. What about you? Oh, psychological horror all the way. I love it when someone convinces someone else that they're going crazy. I nod and take a bite of my salad. We continue talking about horror movies for a while, until Victor sighs and puts down his fork and knife. You were right. This is not food. I laugh out loud. I should have warned you. They have no idea what a meatloaf is. I think they just take a chunk of meat and place it in the oven. Do you know D well? Choking on a piece of pasta, I start coughing. I take a drink of water. Why do you ask? Just curious. I shake my head. No, not really. He lives with Julian, and Julian is my best friend's boyfriend. I shrug and try to act nonchalant. Good. I'd hate for you to be involved with him. My pasta salad sits on my fork halfway to my mouth.
What do you mean?
He shakes his head. He's just not a very good person. Why not? I really shouldn't talk about it. Do you know him well? Very well. We grew up together. Oh. I frown at him. You didn't seem so friendly the other day. That's because we're not. Not anymore. Victor sighs and takes a moment, deciding if he should tell me or not. He cheated me out of an opportunity that would have changed my life. How did he do that? You know his father owns a large investment company? I nod and lower my fork to the plate. Well, I was promised an internship at that company. An internship that would have opened so many doors for me. It would have been a building block for my career. But a week before it was about to start, I caught D doing something he shouldn't have been. Instead of telling on him, I decided to let it slide. But D didn't. He couldn't stand me knowing, so he threatened me to keep me quiet. Then he talked to his dad and I was out, and D was in. He didn't even want the position before he could use it to hurt me. I can't believe it. D doesn't seem like the person to do something like that. His pride means everything to him. And I threatened it. In his eyes. Of course, I never would have done anything that hurt him. Did you tell his dad? Victor shrugs. I tried talking to him, but it didn't help. D had already spread some lies about me, and his dad believed him. I wanted to go to the authorities, but the Darcys are too influential, and I know if D had his dad on his side, then they and their overpriced lawyers would make anything I brought against them go away. But what did he do?
It was at a party.
All night he had been giving drinks to this girl. I tried to keep an eye on them, but you know how parties can be. So when they disappeared, I went looking for him. I found them upstairs in a bedroom. She was passed out. He was not. He gives me a knowing look and I freeze. When was this? I ask in a quiet voice. A few years ago. We were about 16. I'm just glad I walked in when I did. Who knows what could have happened otherwise? Are you sure? I've known Dee for a while now, and what Victor is describing is something I can't even imagine the man I know doing. She had been after him for a while, leading him on. But then I think she got cold feet, or she found someone else. I think Dee's pride couldn't take it. You must have noticed how prideful he is. I nod. I'm sure he's grown up and matured since then, but to me he will always be that creep. I stopped. I have to get to class. I get up to leave.
We should meet up again.
I smile at him. Sure. But I have to run now. I don't want to be late. I cross the floor and put my tray away. I can't imagine that Victor is telling the truth. I really don't want to. But what reason would he have to lie to me? He only told me to warn me. And I know Dee is proud. But to this extent, I need to talk to Jenna about this. If anyone can help me figure this out, it's her. She always finds the good in people. No matter what.